Yeah, my bad, man. I ain't know nothing about no Lakers game, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? We back. Back. We back. We back. Back. We back. We back. I wasn't even gonna make this no real long live for real. Hold up, man. Man, free Durky, yo, man. Free the voice, man. Frank, what it is. Man, we screaming free the voice, man. I told y'all. You see how dirty these federal... Look, and they ain't even talk about the misleading they did with that paperwork that we pointed out. That's what the feds do, y'all. They dirty. They dirty, they dirty, they dirty. That's why anybody that works for them, shame on you, man. Shame on you for working with the federal government. Because they about as dirty as they come. We is back. You already know what's up, G, man. They about dirty as it come, yo. So these people really went in court and to secure an indictment on Lil Durk. Went to an OTF fan page. OTF fan page. And showed the jury a video of Durk in that Wonderful Wayne with Babyface Ray. And convinced the jury, like, look, this is him admitting to the murder. This is him admitting to the murder, man. That's how they secured an indictment. Dirty as it gets. Just as dirty as they did with O-Block. Like I told y'all, yo, these people, if they want you, they're going to go above and beyond the law to do it. You know what I mean? They're going to go above and beyond the law to do it, yo. And that's what they always done, especially with black people. I think Durk got a legitimate reason. He got a legitimate case. And this goes to show that I don't think none of them boys telling. None of them boys that got locked up with Durk, I ain't talking about Jam. We already know what he into. But the boys, the DDs and the Vonnies and the Boogies and the Flackers and them boys ain't telling. What's up, Siobhan? Man, where you been at, pimping? Straight up. We ready to go in the house. I'm trying to smoke this black mile first. It's a dirty game, yo. Dirty, dirty game. Dirk Favre did an interview with Breakfast Club. We might get check that out. You know, they gonna copyright it though, so it ain't gonna be in the finalized version of the video, but we can watch it. They ain't gonna strike it while we watching. My man Frank getting it in. Man, suit the Frank, man, with the biddies and the yerkies. Hey, yeah. Salute my man Frank, man, getting it in, man. Straight up, my man, party. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What's up, Rob? Just don't let them bitches get you to a point where you need them. I'll tell you that. This ain't no joke. What it do? Man, they trying to do Durky bad, man. Remember we discussed that though. We discussed it in the beginning. When everybody like, yo, Durk done. I'm like, yo, Durk wasn't even gonna get arrested. Y'all remember I said that? I said, yo, Durk wasn't gonna get booked. Your nephew ready to go to trial? Man, hope we make out, man. Don't let them people play with him, man. Pay attention closely. Because they'll pour some underhanded shit on you. And you won't realize it years later, like, hold up, y'all. I don't know if that shit they did was legal. Like, yo, I'm trying to tell you, these people play a dirty game, yo. Vicious cycle. They did Dirk dirty too when they showed that when they showed the car supposed to have been trailing Quando Rondo. That car wasn't behind that truck. They photoshopped it to make it look like the car was closer than it was. Like yo, it's a dirty they play dirty, man. They play dirty, and a lot of times they get away with it. Now with Dirk's situation, yeah, you know, because Trench's News CHS 1 or CHS 2, one of them motherfuckers. I think so. Yo, man, Trench's News first bump heads over Dirk. That's how I made him first initially bump heads, because he was talking about, yo, Dirk ready to get locked up for D-Thing murder, revenge murder, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yo, hold up, yo, that's not what that paperwork say, bro. That paperwork don't say none of them boys told. That paperwork say that's not even the paperwork. He said it. That's how I know he working, because he released information that wasn't in paperwork. Where'd he get it from? He released information that wasn't in paperwork. He trying his hardest to get in Dirk case. He in it. Yeah, hell yeah. They trying to railroad him. But what's gonna happen is they're not gonna overturn it. They're not gonna overturn the indictment. But not yet. Not yet. If the judge is being fair, what the judge is gonna do is release the transcripts to the defense. And then if they actually use that information to secure an indictment, then that's when they're gonna move to get the case tossed. I just don't know if the judge is gonna agree. I don't know if that's enough. Depending on what else they got. If all they got is that text message, and then they added that video shit into the evidence, yeah. Because they couldn't lock Dirk up with just that text message, y'all. That's what I was telling y'all from the beginning. They couldn't lock him up just off a text. Because that text basically said, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? That text basically said, yo, I don't want nothing to do with what y'all got going on. It's going to be hard to convince the jury of that. I don't know. The judge might have to reply to that motion. Probably set up a court date. But if the judge is playing fair, the best thing to do would be to hand over them transcripts to the defense. That's the best thing to do. That's how you can tell we the realest, yo. Yeah, man. We been talking that shit. Like, yo, that text message wasn't enough to get no indictment, man. How you gonna indict a motherfucker off a text message? Off a text message that basically say, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? That text message say, I don't want to do with it. But let's get back to the paperwork. Get back to the paperwork. Then we got Adin Ross. Adin Ross putting his money where his mouth is. I mean, I wonder how many more niggas gonna run up there with him. Probably no. It's still the crazy thing about it, y'all. It's so many people willing to sacrifice money, sacrifice their integrity and morals and principles for money. Is ridiculous. Like, I didn't think it was this bad. I knew we always had sellouts. You know what I mean? Sellouts is always a thing. But I just didn't know it'd be this many people willing to sell out. Like, yo, that shit probably like 75%. Yeah. 75% of niggas willing to sell out. So Adin Ross kicked out $250,000 to the family of Austin Metcalf. $250,000. The boy raised $400,000. And Ross kicked out damn near all of it. Over half the money. Yeah, Trenches News, wow, look, right? I was over there. I said something to him in the comments. That nigga blocked my comments. So that's another person got me blocked out the comments now. So you got Trenches News, these academics, King AK-47, Ratchet TV, who else knows? You know what I mean? And the crazy thing about it, I don't watch neither one of them niggas like that. It's for them to block me out their comments. So that just lets you know what the fuck really going on. Them boys think I'm a danger to them. And it's crazy because the news come over here. It's all right, next time I come over here, we're gonna treat his ass bad. You heard? Damn, y'all. These niggas, yo, keep taking my charger. Hold up, y'all. Get my fucking charger. My son keep taking my damn charger. So next time Trench come over here, we're gonna treat him bad, y'all. On one of these fake pages. We got about 17 of them motherfuckers. Hold up, y'all. No, he got about 17 fake pages. Yeah, what you mean eye for an eye, nigga? It's the American way, nigga. Everything is an eye for an eye, bro. It's always an eye for an eye, bro. Tooth for a tooth. Yeah, we know we keep that shit all the way real over here, man. Since when hasn't it ever been an eye for an eye? Huh? How he gonna block me? How he gonna be over here and we be over here showing them respect, even though we don't even agree with what he did. But then I go over there and he blocked me out of his comments. Fuck yeah, it's an eye for an eye. Yeah, for real, you know, yo, shit real, man. Shit's always been real, bro. So this is the conclusion of Durk paperwork. Hold up. Let me get my charger. Oh, shit. Don't do it, Eugene. No, bro. Real. See, there you go, real. Not there you go, just speaking. That's not what we said. Conclusion. A prosecutor who knowingly secures an indictment based on false information or allows a falsely obtained indictment to persist roots the grand jury from its central protective function. This is clearly what happened here. For the foregoing reason, the court should dismiss the superseding indictment against Mr. Banks. In the alternative, the court should compel disclosure of relevant underlying grand jury proceedings. That's what's going to happen. This is before they dismiss anything. They're going to have to compel disclosure of relevant underlying grand jury proceedings. They're going to have to do that. If the judges, I mean, we always got to make sure we throw that in there because you know we're not dealing with a fair system. No, we're not dealing with a fair system. So let's find OTF edits page. Let's see what it is. OTF edits. So the feds use this page. The feds use this page they took the video down. Let's see. Then we got Wack. Still scared of Big U. You know, we gotta make sure we throw that in there. And he's trying to pass the blame on who the rat is. So Wack 100 sat down with DJ Academics and tried to convince DJ Academics.
When I get back to Atlanta, man, I'm going to get right, man. I'm going to get with some specialists.
That's what's wrong with him. I'm not saying save it. Let me see. $2,800. You said it's blurry? Yo, thank you for telling me. Hold up. It's still blurry? It's still blurry? I might gotta connect the Wi-Fi. Hold on, let me get the Wi-Fi password. Let me get the Wi-Fi password. Now, what's the Wi-Fi password? Let me connect the Wi-Fi. Who playing victim, yo? I don't even know how to play victim, bro. Are we clear now? Is we clear now? Somebody let me know, man. Yo, is we clear? Alright, bet. Have I seen Minecraft movie? I ain't gonna lie, I have no interest in watching Minecraft the movie. Alright, well, okay. Yeah, somebody had the damn video. Hey, Alvin, can you find that video for me? The one that they using? I thought I saved it. OTF edits. Oldest. He took this shit down. Koski got it? Alright, got you.
So they got an Adin, go. Got location, go. Green light, go. Look on the news and see your son. And all them niggas hanging with him. If you know, gang shit. Hey, babyface, this shit crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie.
So look, y'all. This is not the original video. This is not the original video. But this is what the feds used to secure an indictment. Dirty as a motherfucker.
So they got an Adin, go. Got location, go. Green light, go. Look on the news and see your son, you scream, no. And all them niggas hanging with him. If you know, gang shit. Hey, babyface, this.
He's pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV.
Go hold me down, you just in front of that fire, think you a lifesaver. And I found out when my bitch thought she was cheating, but it was a vibrator. Y'all left from broke down, yo, broke ass turned to a crybaby.
He's pulling out a man.
Yo, who the fuck does this?
So they got an Adin, go. Got location, go. Green light, go. Look on the news and see your son, you scream, no. And all them niggas hanging with him. If you know, gang.
Dirty motherfuckers, man. Feds dirty, y'all. It's not the original video. And even if it was, right? Durk's job is just to lay down the lyrics. He don't edit the video. Like I'm sure Durk can be like, yo, put this shit in the video for me. No, put that corner shit in there. That's why he deleted all his videos. Probably the police. Because they got 302 videos. But he only got 4, 8. I got 10 videos on this page. Dirty motherfucker. That's the federal government that everybody loves. Look. Excuse me, y'all. It says January 28th, 2025, the defense sought clarification by email about exactly what video the government was referencing that featured both TMZ news footage and the Wonderful Wayne lyrics. The government responded that additional discovery would be forthcoming, but it provided 2 links to examples of the reference video. The first was posted by a user with the handle OTF Edits. The second was posted by a user with the handle My Mixtapes. These videos do in fact contain audio and video from news coverage of the shooting, in which TB can be heard screaming over the Wonderful Wayne lyrics. The government made a discovery production to the defense on February 7, 2025 that contains these similar videos along with screenshots of the video. The problem with this production, however, is that Mr. Banks did not create these videos, and the government has failed to show any nexus between these manufactured video clips and Mr. Banks, which means the government failed to show any connection between Durk and these videos. These videos were not created nor posted at Mr. Banks' direction. The internet user who posted the videos, including OTF Edits and My Mixtapes, are apparent fan pages maintained by people with no affiliation to Mr. Banks or only the family. The court should order production of grand jury transcripts to clarify whether, in charge of Mr. Banks, the grand jury erroneously attributed these or other fan page edits to Mr. Banks, as the government has clearly done. Hey, Carl, what the fuck? What is you about? Free butter. Keep butter, y'all. Butter deserves everything he's getting right now. Let's send the people to prison. Yo. Butter helped convict 6 people. Facing life in prison. Keep butter. Yeah, saying that. Let's be Freddie Gray, man. The fuck is he doing? Yo, what's up with this nigga Kevin Gates? Kevin's a weirdo. But look at that story, y'all. Look at this guy. Man was sentenced to nearly 30 years in prison for shooting his girlfriend in the head during a dispute over the paternity of his daughter. Victim shocks court by begging judge to show him mercy. He's learning to be a better person than father. Yo, this man copped out to 30 years. Yo, crazy as a motherfucker. Von Smith. Let's find your story. We internet surfing today, y'all. Yeah, but ultimately, y'all, Durk found a loophole, and I think they ready to exploit that motherfucker. That's why it's both these. Yo was in court crying. Yo pleaded 30 years. Yo dumb as shit.
Ottawa County man accused of shooting a woman inside their home in Robinson Township. Police say it ended when their 16-year-old son stabbed Von Smith in the neck in an attempt to save his mother's life. 13 on your side, Marcus Key joins us now with what happened in court today. Marcus?
Juliet, Von Smith faces multiple felony charges, and today in court, prosecutors presented evidence hoping to send the case to trial.
So the information was from dispatch. They received 911 reports at that address that a man had shot a female on scene and attempted to shoot a juvenile. The juvenile then had stabbed the male and then ran away.
Ottawa County resident Von Smith is facing multiple felony charges related to a domestic dispute that turned violent. According to officials, they received a 911 call in late May about a domestic disturbance at a home in Robinson Township. On the witness stand, a neighbor recalled seeing Smith with a weapon while arguing with his girlfriend. Moments later, shots were fired.
Within a short period of time after that, I heard a loud scream from Melissa, and then Mr. Smith pulled the pistol out of his pocket. Sweatshirt.
What did Melissa do? What did you observe Melissa do when the gun was pointed at her?
Well, she got bent and screamed and pulled away, and then Mr. Smith shot. And I believe that raised her head.
According to police, the couple's 16-year-old son then stabbed Smith in the neck, attempting to stop the attack. They say he then ran to a neighbor's house until authorities arrived. Smith faces multiple charges, 2 counts of assault with intent to murder, 3 counts of felony firearms, and 1 count of possession of a firearm. He remains in the Ottawa County Jail, and his bail is set at $5 million.
Damn.
And we're told the children who were inside the home during the disturbance are now living with other family members. In the newsroom, Marcus Key, 13 on your side.
All right, so he went to court and caught his time, y'all. And check yo out. Did all that dumbass shit. Now he in court ready to cry. Nigga be tripping me out. Fuck you cry for now, nigga. The dumbass cop out for 30 years. Ain't no fucking way I cop out for 30 years. I told y'all, you got to sentence me to 30 years, y'all. Can't cop out to that. He said, what the hell?
At noon in Ottawa County, man will spend decades in prison for a domestic dispute from last year. Von Smith pleaded guilty to charges including assault with intent to commit murder, and he was sentenced this morning. 13 on your side's Callie Lichter has been following the case and joins us this afternoon with more. Callie?
Deja, despite pleas from Von Smith and the victim for leniency, the judge says the crime was taunting and sadistic. It all happened last May. Court documents say Smith and his girlfriend got into an argument over the paternity of a child. Investigators say Smith shot his girlfriend, but their teenage son jumped on him and stabbed him, with the woman having gunshot wounds to the leg and head. It was a very emotional day in court as the victim spoke about how Smith has served enough time already, and Smith himself sobbed about how he wished he could take it all back. Well, Judge John Holsing believes Smith is truly sorry and acknowledged the courage it takes to plead guilty. He says Smith will have to face consequences
Fuck
for
that. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Them motherfuckers have never seen me cry. Niggas is crazy. You gonna let them people see you cry, bro? You really gonna get in front of them people at the what they said you did and cry, bro? Just so they can still give you the time anyway. Man, fuck out of here. Hell no. I look at the motherfucking stone face. You hear me? Fuck we crying for? Like, y'all, like, I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. Yo really cried in front of the judge, thinking the judge was gonna show him leniency. Man, fuck no. Yeah, I don't even wear suits to court. You hear me? Like, none of that shit matters, yo. Like, I don't know who the fuck told people that shit matter. Yo, none of that shit matter. If they want to sentence you to the fucking chair, they gonna do it with a suit on. They gonna do it with a Nike track suit on. They gonna do it if you got pajamas in that bitch. Or you got a jumpsuit. It don't fucking matter what you got on, man. I'm not really into putting on the fucking facade. Like, you're really in that bitch crying after he did that wild ass shit. It don't matter, bro. Man, a Traps dog. Keep believing that. keep believing and show respect to the court. So the judge go look at you like, well, yeah. Have you ever heard a judge say, well, I like the suit. You know, I think you look real nice today, so I'm gonna cut you some slack. Man, fuck no, nigga. That shit don't make a difference, nigga. You think you bleed after you what? I done seen niggas get sentenced to the max with suits on. To the max. That shit don't fucking make a difference, bro.
First actions.
So you're here.
No, you don't. It don't make a difference.
To accept whatever medicine the court gives. So obviously that carries some weight. Also carrying some weight will be the victim's statement that, well, she wants extreme leniency. She wants to basically go home today. That's not happening. But I understand what her position is, and she's forgiven you.
He sentenced Smith to nearly...
Man, that shit don't matter, bro. I'm not geeking. I'm keeping it real. Now, you can if you want to, but I'm telling you, it don't matter. It's been proven that it don't matter. If they was to do a study, right? If they was to do a poll on people that got sentenced to 20 plus years with suits versus without suits, yo, the numbers are gonna be identical. Matter of fact, it might be more people who got sentenced to 25 plus with suits on. That shit don't matter, bro. That's some dumbass shit that they told them to make you feel inferior to the court system. That don't make a difference, bro. I got to have a t-shirt on.
3 decades in jail minimum with a maximum sentence of 75 years. And we will bring you inside the courtroom with an extended look.
Yo sit there and cry in front of them people. Yo sit there and cry in front of them people. Yo, they gave that man 30 to 75. Yo got 30, that's the low number. More than likely, he probably going to be closer to the... Well, he probably died before 75 years up. But he going to be more than 30. So he just went in that bitch, cried in front of the court, and still got 75 years. See to y'all. Come give me. Let's get back to Durk. Well, Durk Father did an interview. I wanted to check this out. But Breakfast Club. Hopefully it's not real long. I figured it went 32 minutes. It traps off. It traps off. Every time you went to prison before, bro. Every time you went to prison, didn't matter if you had a suit on. Did the judge ever look at you and say, yo, well, they already disrespect you when they give you fucking 15 years. That shit disrespectful as a bitch. Disrespect this shit out, me, judge. Like I'll throw the chair at you. Yes. Is it good to wear something presentable? Yeah. Does it matter? Fuck no. Doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't make a difference. The judge ain't gonna look at what you got on and say, you know what? He's dressed really nice today. I'm gonna give him a break. I never heard that in court, bro. Has anybody ever heard a judge say that? Well, you're so well dressed. You know what? I was gonna give you 50. But I'm gonna take 30 off. 20 years. Cause I like this suit. Yo, that shit don't make a difference, bro. It sounds good, y'all, but keeping it all real, that shit doesn't make any difference. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it doesn't make a difference. You disagree, saying I sound crazy, but what I'm saying, it doesn't make a difference. It's been proven it doesn't make a difference. It don't. I can go on that bitch like this, and they still give me 40. I can go in that bitch, suit, tie, everything, looking like casket fresh, and they will still give you 40, bro. It doesn't make a difference. That's what I said, and you disagreed, right? Ain't that how we got here? I said that, you said, oh no, you geeking. I disagreed. You gotta look presentable. I said it doesn't make a difference how the fuck you look. I don't give a fuck if your hair is twisted. It don't matter if your shit is in cornrows. It don't matter none of that shit, bro. If the judge read them counts and them counts line up to whatever years, nigga, that's what the fuck you gonna get if you got a suit on or not, bro. Well, keep respecting the court, bro. I say I would keep respecting it. If that's what you call respecting the court, respect them. I don't think that shit called respecting the court. I think that shit is trying to play to the you trying to play to the jury. You know what I mean? That I'm not a criminal. But they don't give a fuck about that shit. That's the hum telling you. They don't look at you and be like, yeah, he's damn. Man, they looking at them charges, man. That's all they looking at. They looking at them charges, man. Them charges say you this. I don't give a fuck how well dressed you is. That's just the reality. I keep that shit real, bro. We not over here lying. I would be lying, bro. I would be lying if I said that mattered. I would be lying. And we are lying to ourselves if we think that matters. Respecting the court, salute to you. Look at me like an idiot if I came to court looking crazy. Yo, maybe he would. I'm just telling you, it doesn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things. Fuck all that other shit. In the grand scheme of things, when it come down to sentencing, is what we're talking about. If it come down to sentencing, it don't matter if you got on a suit or a fucking tank top. At the end of the day, you walking out that bitch in a jumpsuit. You walking that shit in a jumpsuit. No, what I'm saying is that's when I learned that it didn't matter. I learned through that situation that shit don't fucking matter. That's what I'm saying. Through the situations I've been through, I learned that it don't matter if I come in like this or come in clean cut. Shit don't matter, yo. They're gonna give you what the fuck they gonna give you regardless. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Shorty was at the sentencing phase. Hey, yo, you try to put guilt on that man? Like, what the fuck type of question was that, Emmy? Yo got enough shit going on. Yo try to guilt trip him. Like, these niggas is crazy. That was a dumbass question, Emmy.
I'm on the phone with him on visit, telling him, don't go this way, don't go this route. I'm frowning upon this. I'm talking against this gang banging, selling drugs, what we doing to the community. You know, you go to prison, you become a man, you see things that you ain't see before. Mm-hmm. You know, you're enlightened now. You know, you see you're wrong. So I would never want to have my sons to go down that road. But at the same time, he don't go down that road. He just go down the road, which rap and different things like this put him in the same category, but just a little different, you know. They still saying, hey, you might not be selling drugs.
Yo, I know where he was trying to go, bro, but some things is better left unsaid. Like, if that's how he feel, let him feel like that, yo, but don't put him in a situation to where so now he got to admit it to the world. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let him feel. I probably would feel like that, like I failed my children. He probably does feel like that. But you don't put him in that situation where so he got to confess it to the world. Yeah, it's my fault. I fucked up. I should have been there. No, fuck no. Look, luckily he didn't answer it that way, but I wouldn't even put him in that type of situation. Like, surely you know what it is. I mean, you know, what they say was understood don't gotta be explained. You know what it is.
350.
Where's the proof? Where's the proof that Durk paid somebody to do a hit? You seen that in documents? I haven't read any document that anybody got paid for doing any hits. I read in the documents that conversations was had to where at least 2 people were supposed to be paid. I ain't heard even in the D thing situation. I haven't heard nobody got paid. So I don't think they're paid for any of this. Based off the information we got. Maybe the feds got a smoking gun. But I ain't heard they're paid for no hits.
50,000 to scholarship funds. So students who are looking to go to Howard and students who are already at Howard that caught a jam to say, you know what, I don't know how I'm going to be able to finish this semester.
No,
You know, the Grace Grant was able to.
They said the restaurant, it was discussions where at least 2 people were scheduled to get paid, but they ain't never say no money was transferred. They ain't never say nobody got paid. Just discussions. It is, y'all. That's why this Durk situation is so fucked up, right? It's so fucked up for like the streets, right? Because a lot of people, it's very seldom people in Durk's situation actually reach back and try to elevate people around him. Actually going and elevate people he didn't even know, just based off of who was vouching for them. Yo, you don't see that shit, man. You don't see it. So for them dudes, for whoever turned on Durk to do that, that was just down bad, bro. Like if you turned on a guy that probably would have gave you anything. You know what I mean? Like Durk was one of them ones, yo, that looked out for the streets. He looked out for his homeboys. He looked out, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what people say they want. Somebody that's gonna get some money and keep it real. Get some money and don't forget about the struggle. Durk was one of them guys. He got money and didn't forget about the struggle. It just so happened that the struggle came back and to try to sink his ship. It was fucked up. That's why some people get money and say, fuck everybody. You know what I mean? Because I can't allow you to bring me down. So it's just a fucked up situation. It's fucked up, yo, that they did that. Yo, did that to Durk. Niggas think I just be making shit up. Look, this is a guy that been to the feds. What I be telling y'all, these people play a dirty, dirty game, yo. They will lie. They will make up shit. Like, yo, this is not an honest system. And it'd be crazy because a lot of people, when they be viewing these cases, they view it like it's an honest system. Yo, this is not an honest system, yo. All lies, fabrication, witness coercion. You know what I mean? Like, this is the system when they want you. And this is a man that did years and came home, so he know exactly. If you don't want to believe me, believe him. Because I've been telling y'all how this shit work. Shit dirty. The crazy thing about Durk, yo, Durk was changing. Like, yo, that's what I be saying. Like, yo, when you that's why I be saying NLE Chopper's a fraud, right? Because yo, when you really been in the mix, really been involved, really been in situations, yo, it take a long time, yo, for you to transition out of that shit. Like, that shit does not happen overnight. You know, because first you gotta deal with the mental traumas. Like, it's not an easy task to do. So, yeah, have Durk, what Durk was, 31, 32 years old, finally getting to a point where he's like, all right, y'all gotta move past this bullshit. And you can tell by his music, he was changing. You know what I mean? He was changing, y'all, but then the feds came. But that's how it always goes. Like, they make it hard. It's hard to get away from your past sometimes. You know what I mean? That bitch always find a way to come back and bite you in the ass. Sweet to Big Durk, though. But, so Adin Ross. Yeah, definitely happened to the best of us. Adin Ross donates $250,000 to the Metcalf family after their son Austin was murdered by Carmelo Anthony. Adin Ross, 9 minutes ago, $250K. Adin Ross. That's what Adin Ross donated, y'all. So he's pledging his allegiance. Yeah, and I don't blame him, you know. But my thing is, right? Adin Ross sits up there on these platforms with all these black guys and, you know what I mean, Charleston, Cone White, and the rest of the people that he sit up there and politic with. The whole time, whenever it come down to a situation like this, you know, he ain't gonna choose us. You real? He ain't gonna choose the people he using to help, you know, monetizes whatever he got going on. He goes straight to what he know. And it's crazy because, yo, watch when the details come out. Watch when the details come out about what actually happened. Why Carmelo Anthony was carrying a knife. I want to hear them same people. Adin Ross, I want to hear what he got to say. It is crazy, bro. I want to see what Adin Ross had to say. So we're going to revisit Adin Ross when it come out that exactly what they did to this boy, man. He ain't stabbed that boy for nothing. And this crazy thing about it, Adin Ross don't know shit about the system. But then when that bitch talking about he shouldn't have got a bail. I mean, he murdered somebody.
Bro, I know we don't talk about politics anymore, shit like that, but that shit really pissed me off what's going on in the world right now, bro, with you know who, bro. Track me shit. Bro, I try to bite my tongue nowadays, bro, but like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. How do I not, bro? I have a platform for a reason, bro. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
The fuck you mean who? He killed someone, he's out. Like, how the fuck does that work? Like, bro, he's literally like, what? like, what? What do you mean stop? I'm dead serious. He's literally, he stabbed him and he's out. Like, bro, what? Like, no, I'm dead, bro. I'm dead, bro. I'm not joking, bro. It doesn't make any sense at all. Y'all saying shut the fuck up? I'm dead serious. No, I don't give a fuck if people mad at me, bro. I say what I want, bro. That's what streaming's about. If they gonna ban me for opinion, they gotta ban all the other political streamers.
Yo, but this the thing, bro. Know what the fuck you talking about.
He stepped up over there, asked him to move, got aggressive, he grabbed the bag. And then I whipped my head around, and then all of a sudden I see him running down the bleachers, just grabbing his chest, just blood rushing out. You know, he said, "Yeah, he got stabbed. He got stabbed." First, I froze for half a second. I didn't know what to do, and then I saw him about to fall. I would go over there. I grab him. I see him. Stop.
Yeah. I understand. Best I can to understand.
Yeah, there was. You can see, you can picture what happened when what was coming out of his chest, and
yeah.
Y'all can visualize that. Like I said, I don't want to put down my mom right now, but I pushed my hand on there, trying to make it stop, and I grabbed his head and I looked in his eyes. He stepped up over there, asked him to move, got aggressive. I just saw his soul leave, and it took my soul too. I'd like to say it's forgave, not forgotten, but I'm not at that point yet to forgive that kid for what he did to my brother. Because, 17 years of my best friend just there and didn't blink of an eye, I lost him. So I'm not at that point to forgive and forget, but eventually I will. But I pray for his family. I pray that they understand what we're going through as well. I just pray for him.
Yeah, because he was complicit.
They got rained out like crazy bad. Everybody trying to get back to their cars or get in, places where they, wouldn't get all extra wet. Dude was sitting up under the tent, right? He was on his phone, right? My daughters was up under the same goddamn tent. Yeah. So I'm paying attention to my kids, but at the same time, they're in the same vicinity. So I'm watching everything going on around it because I'm there for my children. So dude walks up McKellen, bro, he wasn't even under the tent at the time. They came from a whole separate tent and walked over there. They intentionally went over there to this kid, man. Dude was sitting there on his phone just trying to get dry. You feel me? One thing went from another. They grabbed this man and they tried to punch on dude. Dude went in his bag and they went to try to jump this dude and punch on this dude, man. And they got rained out like crazy bad. Everybody trying to get back. He protect himself, dude. That's what happened. Yeah, it wasn't just one. It was both of them, bro. Austin, the dude that got unalive, and his brother physically went over there to intentionally. He had to bring. It's not to the point that he brought a knife. For one, it wasn't on school property. The school is at least 5 to 10 miles away. It was community track meet, bro. It wasn't a school track meet.
It was community track meet, wanting the school track meet. But look at this though. So they're putting together a White Lives Matter protest. Look at this. But Austin Metcalf father ain't with it. I appreciate y'all for standing on business. I mean, because this shit, everything in the United States is about race, even though it shouldn't be. This shit really about right or wrong, man. So they got Austin Metcalf father on the line. His father cussed their ass out.
Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today. Yes, I am, sir. That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk, man.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
You are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being weak. Condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or...
Yo, sleep to your father, man, for standing against that bullshit. Because it's not about, it's about right and wrong, man. If you take the race side of it, which is almost impossible to do in the United States. But it's really about right and wrong. And he shouldn't have put his hands on that boy, man. Now Shorty could have went about it another way. But once you put your hands on me, you can't then dictate how I respond. You can't be mad about how I respond. If you put your hands on me and I fucking shoot you in the foot, then who fault is that? It just is what it is, yo. It's overall it's a fucked up situation for everybody. Because he lost his son. Come up with Anthony. If he don't beat this case, he fucking gonna lose his life too. So it's just sad, man. But I ain't gonna make this live long. I'm tired of this shit. I know y'all probably can see it. Been out all day. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. We're gonna go live tomorrow. Probably try to get an upload out. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. It's another day. Keep it you need. Yeah, straight up, yo. You gotta keep your hands to yourself. All right, Siobhan. Appreciate everybody that tapped in the bar. What it do? Yeah, man.